Whiskey in the Jar is a famous Irish traditional song, set in the southern mountains of Ireland, with specific mention of counties Cork and Kerry, as well as Fenit, a village in County Kerry. The song is about a Rapparee, who is betrayed by his wife or lover, and is one of the most widely performed traditional Irish songs. It has been recorded by numerous professional artists since the 1950s. The song first gained wide exposure when the Irish folk band the Dubliners performed it internationally as a signature song, and recorded it on 3 albums in the 1960s. Building on their success, the Irish rock band Thin Lizzy hit the Irish and British pop charts with the song in the early 1970s. In 1990 the Dubliners re-recorded the song with the Pogues with a faster rocky version charting at number 4 in Ireland and number 63 in the UK. The American metal band Metallica brought it to a wider rock audience in 1998 by playing a version very similar to that of Thin Lizzy's, though with a heavier sound, winning a Grammy for the song in 2000 for Best Hard Rock Performance. Chart performance, variations. Whiskey in the Jar is sung with many variants on locations and names in typical songbook fashion. The Grateful Dead version begins. As I was going over the Kildare mountains, I met Colonel Pepper and his money he was counting. I drew forth my pistols and I rattled my sabre, saying stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Musher in rum da, whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. However, the Dubliners version, which is often sung in Irish traditional music sessions around the world, begins. As I was going over the far-famed Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell, and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and I then produced me rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. Musher in do rum da, whack fal da daddy-o, whack fal da daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. The Thin Lizzy/Metallica version begins. As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I saw Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver or the devil he may take ya. Yeah, musha ring dum-a-doo dum-a-da, whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar-o. History. The song's exact origins are unknown. A number of its lines and the general plot resemble those of a contemporary broadside ballad Patrick Fleming about an Irish highwayman executed in 1650. In the book The Folk Songs of North America, folk music historian Alan Lomax suggests that the song originated in the 17th century, and that John Gay's 1728 The Beggar's Opera was inspired by Gay hearing an Irish ballad monger singing whiskey in the jar. In regard to the history of the song, Lomax states, the folk of 17th-century Britain liked and admired their local highwaymen. And in Ireland where the gentlemen of the roads robbed English landlords, they were regarded as national patriots. Such feelings inspired this rollicking ballad. At some point, the song came to the United States and was a favorite in colonial America because of its irreverent attitude toward British officials. The American versions are sometimes set in America and deal with American characters. One such version, from Massachusetts, is about Alan Mayer Collister, an Irish-American soldier who was sentenced to death by hanging for robbing British officials. The song appeared in a form close to its modern version in a precursor called The Sporting Hero, or Whiskey in the Bar in a mid-1850s broadsheet. The song collector Coma Loch Lane, in his book Irish Street Ballads, described how his mother learnt whiskey in the jar in Limerick in 1870 from a man called Buckley who came from Cork. When Loch Lane included the song in Irish Street Ballads, he wrote down the lyrics from memory as he had learnt them from his mother. He called the song There's Whiskey in the Jar, and the lyrics are virtually identical to the version that was used by Irish bands in the 1960s such as the Dubliners. The Loch Lane version refers to the far-famed Kerry Mountain rather than the Cork and Kerry Mountains, as appears in some versions. The song also appears under the title There's Whiskey in the Jar in the Joyce collection, but that only includes the melody line without any lyrics. Versions of the song were collected in the 1920s in Northern Ireland by song collector Sam Henry. Story: Whiskey in the Jar is the tale of a highwayman or footpad who, after robbing a military or government official, is betrayed by a woman. whether she is his wife or sweetheart is not made clear. Various versions of the song take place in Kerry, Kilmogany, Cork, Sligo Town, and other locales throughout Ireland. It is also sometimes placed in the American South, in various places among the Ozarks or Appalachians, possibly due to Irish settlement in these places. Names in the song change, and the official can be a captain or a colonel, called Farrell or Pepper among other names. The protagonist's wife or lover is sometimes called Molly, Jenny, or Guinea among various other names. The details of the betrayal are also different, being either betraying him to the person he robbed and replacing his ammunition with sand or water, or not, resulting in him killing the person. Recordings, A Partial Discography, Seamus and Isa World Library of Folk and Primitive Music, Volume 2, Ireland 1951, Ballyvesa Songs of Ireland 1958, As Kilgarry Mountain, The Highwayman Encore 1962. The Brothers Fury In Person 1962, As Kilgarry Mountain, The Limelitus Sing Out. 1962, As Kilgarry Mountain, Robert de Cormier Dance Gala Gimme the Banjo 1964, As Kilgarry Mountain, The Seekers The Seekers 1964, Peter, Paul and Mayu A Song Will Rise 1965, As Kilgarry Mountain, The Dubliners 1967, 1968, 1969, Thin Lizzy Single 1972, Usk Feirata Matahera Jumala in 1982, The Pogues 1990 with the Dubliners, Darby Ogia Waitin' for a Ride 1996, Metallica Garage Incorporated 1998, Smakai Uncovered 2000, The Poxy Bogards Larger Than Life 2002, Blackguards Live in Texas in 2010. Celtic Thunder Heritage 2011, Nolan Leroy, Bretone 2011, Daniel Kubayaka, As Gift of Dreams, a New Age version. The song has also been recorded by singers and folk groups such as Roger Whittaker, The Irish Rovers, Seven Nations, Off Kilter, King Creosote, Brobding Nagin Bards, Charlie Zom, and Christy Moore. Contrary to common belief, the Clancy brothers never recorded the song. The confusion stems from the album Irish Drinking Songs, which is composed of separate tracks by the Dubliners and the Clancy brothers, with the former performing Whiskey in the Jar. Liam Clancy did record it with his son and nephew on Clancy, O'Connell and Clancy in 1997, and Tommy Macon recorded it on the song Tradition in 1998. The High Kings, featuring Bobby Clancy's son Finn Barr, released a version in February 2011. Thin Lizzy's 1972 single stayed at the top of the Irish charts for 17 weeks, and the British release stayed in the top 30 for 12 weeks, peaking at number 6, in 1973. This version has since been covered by U2, Pulp, Smokey, Metallica, Bell and Sebastian, Gary Moore, Nicky Moore, Simple Minds, and Israeli musician Asshor Ashdot. Jerry Garcia and David Grisman recorded a bluegrass version for the album Shady Grove. The song is also on the Grateful Dead live compilation So Many Roads Disc 5. Icelandic folk band J.A. Pali recorded it in 1971 as La Fia de Gria Lotera with lyrics by Jakub Nason. Lilbjarn Nilsson adapted it to Norwegian, as Spikeful Mary, on his 1971 album Tilbake. Finnish band Ila Currency Isaac recorded a Humppa version as the title track of their 1997 album Humppa Maratuni. In 2007 the Lars Lilholt band made a Danish version, G.I. Mig Whiskey in the Jar, for the album Smukker med Tiden. Estonian band Poesika Micron recorded Hansa Kaga on the album Shi Pa Currency Altist in 2007. In 1966, the Yarkon Bridge Trio, an Israeli singing group, recorded a song named Simon Sheetat Tsev set to the melody of Whiskey in the Jar. The song became a massive hit and was later covered by various artists, notably by J.D. Governor references. External links, full lyrics of this song at Metro Lyrics, Whiskey in the Jar lyrics and chords on Irish Music Daily.